Happy Sunday, happy Super Bowl Sunday, Facebook friends and family. It's Miss Ellen with another edition of the Gumby Chronicles. So I thought this morning that I was going to go live and talk to you about my closet purging processes and everything I've learned by letting go of certain things. Maybe I still need to work on that as I am working through the process, but something came to mind that kind of took me back. I was just doing a live in my customer group, and I was talking about something I do in my business, and then the analogy came to me, and I thought, wow. So wow is actually what we're going to be talking about this morning. I won't keep you long. If you're watching on the replay, drop the word wow. If you're watching live, drop the word wow. W-O-W, wow. So, in my business, one of the first things they taught me 8 years ago is that let the products speak for themselves. And just get the products on the people. And because they're budge proof and smudge proof and won't come off, invariably, the subject that's trying the products will stop and say, wow. It's inevitable. The founder of our company, Joni Rogers Conte, was just a savant. And she knew that this would happen when women tried lip color that wouldn't come off. They would say, wow. So every time we put product on, we're wowing. And so over the last 8 years, I've wowed a lot of women, like thousands of women. I've been blessed. But here's what's so neat is it's never gotten old because you know it's going to happen. The fun of a product that really works is still novel. Am I right? And getting to work with women face-to-face, one-on-one is really fun. So that part's fun. So yesterday I'm doing a vendor event and I'm trying this stuff on a gal who's never tried it before. Now we're getting to the message for those of you that are drumming your fingers saying, is this all about makeup? It actually has nothing to do with makeup. So, I'm finishing up. She's doing her thing. She's looking fabulous. She's looking in the mirror. And I'm just waiting because I know what she's going to say. I have done hundreds upon hundreds of demonstrations of this product, and it's always the same response. I've never not had someone look in the mirror and say, wow. Here's the magic. This is how it relates to you. So I found myself, as she was doing her third layer of application, giddy with expectation, waiting for the wow. Because I knew that I knew that I knew the wow was coming. It wasn't a question of, oh, I hope she likes it. If I can put this product on a woman, whether she buys it, doesn't buys it, turns into a Christmas tree, she's going to love how it looks on her. She's going to love the fact that it doesn't smear all over her face, crawl up her vertical lip lines, get on her teeth. I know that. I've never had it not happen. So there's expectancy. I expect her to say, wow. All right, Ellen, you've driven that point home within an inch of my life. Why do we care? Because you've lost your expectancy. When we were little and everything was brand new, everything was either wow or wowee. Do you remember the first time you got to play on a swing set? And under your own power, you could make that little sucker help you to fly. Wow. You couldn't wait to get back on the swings again because you knew what was going to happen. Wow. The first time you saw fireworks, and even still now, you have that expectancy when you go to see the fireworks because you know they're going to be magical. But after we circle the sun a few dozen times, I don't know if we get jaded. I don't know if life kicks us to the curb. I don't know if we have too much rough stuff happen. But we lose our expectancy that something wonderful is about to happen. I can remember my dad coming home. He worked all the time. They didn't call it workaholics back in the 60s. They called it what Daddy does. Daddy worked 12-hour shifts to provide for the family. It was a sole bread earner. Dad commuted to work. Dad was gone 12, 13, 14 hours. So when he would take 5 days off a year and we were out of school, we knew it was going to be a week of wow. It always was, because he crafted a week of fabulous experience. And when the same thing happens over and over and over, you learn to expect the wow. You have friends and people in your life that you know if you're going to get together, it's going to be fabulous. You expect the wow. I love going to presidential libraries. I love them, love them. I've turned into a history nerd. Who knew? I was in like the 40th percentile in my class. I was like in the bottom rung in history. I tested terrible. I was not good at rote memorization. I was awful at dates. You had to make me know why we were learning something. But as a full-grown, quite mature adult, I've come to love presidential libraries because they're chock full of magic. And all through them, that's all I do. Wow, 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 wow. You want to know how to stay young, kids of a certain age? Don't lose your youthful exuberance. Never lose your ability to wow. And for those of you that have lost your wow, I'm here to say, let's find it. I'd never been to Paris. Never thought we were going to go to Paris. God changed Charlie's heart, and one of the coolest things we did in 32 years together is we finally went to Paris in 2012. And getting ready for it was so wonderful because both he and I were expecting the wow. When we sat on a bench at the base of the Eiffel Tower, you bet we both looked at each other and went, wow. There are more wows coming. Say it with me. I'll wait. Put it in the chat. Everybody comment. There are more wows coming. Sometimes you have to create them. Sometimes you have to put them in your calendar. I'm going to the Dallas Arboretum at least twice this year. Why? Because the flowers will make me wow. There's a botanical garden you can go see. There's a musical you can attend. There's a place you can go. There's an ocean, Californians, to go see that will remind you of how small we are and how big the world is and how good it still is. Turn off your cable TV. Can I just say that? And start planning your next wow. You have wows in you or you'd be gone. You know, part of our assignment here is to be a blessing to others. I firmly believe that. And then part of the miracle is just to enjoy the blessings that have been dropped in your lap day after day after day. And all you have to do is go get them. Go pick them up. Put them in your pocket. The greatest thing I can tell you if you're married is collect your wows. Man, collect those wows. Put them in your pocket. Because if you should be the one that doesn't get to go first, boy, did he get to say wow. Makes me really happy to think he got a really big wow. But I have lots of wows in my pocket I can draw on. And I know for a fact he wants me to keep making wow moments. And we do that by what? By being a blessing and enjoying the blessings we've been given. And every day we're given a blessing. So I don't know if you've ever had a bad donut. I'm going to close with this. Have you ever had a really awful donut? Like stale? I went to the airport once, and that Dunkin' Donuts was there when Dunkin' was invented back in the I don't know when. It was Charles and I both spit ours out at the same time. It was like, and we both said wow, but not in a good way. It was like, eh. And then I went to another place, and they hadn't like washed all the soap out of whatever they cooked their stuff in, so the donut tasted like Dawn's dishwashing soap. It was horrible. I almost never had a donut again, but I'm resilient. But yesterday morning, before I start my vendor event, I have a ritual. I always pray, and I always have a chocolate-covered donut. Judge me if you must. But it gives me that little whoo-hoo sugar rush that I just go into the vendor event ready to slay. So I had, and it was fresh, and it was piping hot, and the chocolate was melting. It was the most wonderful instance of a sugar blessing that I can describe to you. And I said, wow, that may be the best donut I've ever had. Don't be fooled. Don't be deceived. There's more wows coming. I want you to expect them. I want you to go out there and look for them. Find your wows. Every single day, we get a wow. Every day. We miss them because we're too busy worrying about this or that or getting in our head. But the wows are always there. We just miss them. Go outside and look at the moon. Go look at the cloud formations. Why do you think I'm always posting cloud formations? Because still, they're magical and amazing. And how does light and the temperature and everything conspire to create such artistry? I don't know. But wow. Never get so jaded, so depressed, so sad that you lose your wow. And if you're filled up and you've got your wows going on, I encourage you to find a way to wow somebody else. Okay, that's all I got. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you for watching. You have more wows coming. I guarantee it.